Hey YouTube, this is React City. I'm Marcus.
I'm Rose.
I'm Nikki.
And welcome to the React Cast.
Yeah.
So, last week we had a lot of finishes. Pretty much Code Geass is over. Death Note is second to last over. We talked a lot about Code Geass last time, but since it's the finishing week, I thought we could go over it, talk about what we expected from the show. Fun fact, Code Geass was actually expected to fail.
Oh, of course, because it wasn't, there was no manga. It was straight to anime. So they're like, nah, that's not going to work.
There's a lot about it, because initially, Sunrise Studios, the guys who made it, who produced it, believed that it would be an utter failure. Gojo Taniguchi's directorial debut. So it was his first time ever doing this.
So nobody had faith in him.
No.
Wow. Can you imagine this is already his magnum opus?
Yeah.
First try.
Yeah.
He can retire in peace.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he's ever did anything else. I never really looked into him, but yeah, he did a great job.
Yeah, he did a lot of the movies, though, right? He was in charge of those?
I never looked into it.
Okay.
One thing I know is that this was his first time trying anything.
Wow.
And the development of the series had a lot of bumpy roads. This resulted in the show only being greenlit for 4 episodes. And after those 4 episodes, it then further got popularity. Also, the first season was set to be 50 episodes long once it became popular. But the studio decided to cut it down to 25, which saw the story rushing. So remember how we were talking about how quickly the coup happened?
Everything always happens in every episode. I'm glad it actually.
Me too.
The pace of that show kept up with the
feelings.
The feelings of like everything is happening and we need to act now.
Yeah.
Kind of thing.
It worked.
And apparently there was a tone shift, because despite the fact that they got popular, they still got a new time slot, which usually means you're not doing well when they push you around. And the creators were forced to tone down the show. So that was to bring in newer viewers so that people weren't turned off from the violence or the gore or whatever. But I didn't even notice a tone down of violence, honestly.
Well,
Euphemia was peak, I think, when she did all that.
yeah.
Did you?
I didn't feel Code Geass didn't feel exceptionally violent to me. I mean, I know things happened, but...
I mean, we did, murder an entire coup. Like, the people at the hotel, remember?
Yeah, I know.
We murdered all those guys, and then we murdered a bunch of people at at the mountain. Like, a lot of
I know,
war
but
and death happens in Code Geass.
I know, but, it didn't feel that way to me. It didn't feel violent.
Exceptional.
It didn't feel out of the norm. Because the show was war. So in my head, we're at war. And he's doing war things. So it didn't feel like he was doing something out of the ordinary. So my brain didn't highlight it as, oh wow, that's violent.
And apparently this was not supposed to be a part of this originally, but I just thought it was too funny to leave out of the fun fact section. So apparently, all those Pizza Hut references that we saw,
oh yeah,
they were completely edited out in the TV English version for unknown reasons.
No, it's not unknown. Think about it. They know it's gonna go to America. America's got their really what is it? I don't know the word. Like, they have their copyright system and their rules and regulations for when you mention somebody they need to get money. And the country's probably like, we're not going to have it, U.S. We're just going to take it out. We're not going to play with this game with you.
I thought that U.S. Copyright system was less stringent than other East Asian countries. Because in what do you call it? Well, I guess I'm thinking mostly of Korean media, but in Korea, you can't, if you mention a brand name, one name in your song, the whole thing is banned. Oh, from the country.
Yes, that's just Korea, because I don't know how Japan is. I don't know specifically Japan, but I know a lot of Asian countries, the copyright, McDonald's, Starbucks. Big names. They just get ripped off all the time. There are jokes about it. You know the guy that does the Asian jokes? Stephen He?
Oh, yeah.
He makes jokes about it all the time. It's just, they don't care. So I don't know what it's like in Japan, though. I don't know what the rules are.
But funny, someone claimed that on the Netflix version, if you swap to the dub, it will also edit out the Pizza Hut version and stuff. Oh. But the subs have it. But I couldn't be bothered to check, so I don't know if that's true. We had a couple comments that were clearing up some of the questions that we had in that video. One of which is that the Geass does in fact persist after death. So I thought I saw some guards running away. Lelouche died. I thought maybe they swapped sides. They were running for their lives. And in the background, you can see a couple of the guards are actually on the floor struggling with some of the citizens.
Oh.
And there's one other thing. You remember how when he looked at Nunnally and he's like, "Oh, so you defy me too?" So he was saying that the actual words, because he said he's knows Japanese, he isn't saying you defy me too. He's saying something along the lines of, oh, so you too. Something like,
like
too
brute.
Something like that.
Oh, no.
So it kind of changes the tone from, oh, you're standing against me, to something more resigned.
Yeah.
Which makes more sense if you know about what he's actually doing.
Yeah. Aww.
So, yeah, Code Geass is ending. I just wanted to ask you guys, where did you think the show was going? What did you think was going to happen?
Not what happened.
I thought maybe he would, like, take over Japan.
No.
You know?
I knew it had to flip on its head somehow, but I didn't see him winning and losing at the same time. It's like triple, trifecta, quadruple, whatever happened. Like, I don't know, he won, but he didn't at the same time.
Yeah.
It's, I didn't see that happening, but it's very Code Geass-esque ending.
Mm-hmm.
Like, when you think about it, like, they do their thing where they do the thing,
mm-hmm.
but at the same time, they, like, subvert your expectations completely, and you're like, what? Okay, you did the thing, but in a way I didn't expect.
Yeah.
So I did not expect that ending at all, and I don't know what I expected, honestly, because every episode is like, what are they gonna do today? You know?
Yeah.
Which character are they gonna kill off today? Basically.
Yeah, and someone also, by the way, cleared up Nunnally touching Lelouch. All that flashes, it was for us. Her touching him was
just knowledge.
She realized that he's calm.
Okay.
And she can tell from the heartbeat. She does have that, where she can feel your heartbeat.
Mm-hmm.
But from knowing he's calm, that didn't make any sense. And she
so
put
everything
together. This is planned, is what she realized.
It's more like everything starts connecting.
It starts making sense.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I like my it's still headcanon that she has an innate Geass. Because like
both parents had Geass.
Yeah, because we were talking about it at the Discord chat, after Discord chat, and we were saying, I was like, it makes sense that somebody with the Geass to like jump bodies, to like go into somebody else's body, and also Geass for somebody who can change memories, for her to be able to look into somebody else's mind, basically. Mm-hmm. I'm like, I like my headcanon better.
I think the flashes should have been better then, if that were the case. The flashes that we saw in that moment, it should have been of moments she only saw, but then she's seeing it in a different light instead. But we saw a flash to him and Suzaku in the thought elevator. That's what I was like, what? Really? How did she... What? Unless it just looked like that. But it was him and Suzaku talking. But she was never there in a moment like that. So
well, technically she was.
Anyways.
Inverse consciousness.
But yeah. I just wanted to really quick jump in here. Yes, we do have Discord chats for anybody who was wondering, what is that? Mm-hmm. We do Discord chats for 2 shows. We try to do 2 shows a week. If you're ever interested and you want to talk about a particular show that you like, you can talk about it even if we're not doing a Discord chat. Mm-hmm. We'll jump in there and talk to you. But you can look in the schedule channel and see what shows we're talking about now.
Mm-hmm. And just a couple more things about Code Geass. One is that I had mentioned how I was a little bit sad for Cece in the end, because I felt like she was alone again. Yeah. But apparently, from an interview, they were trying to say that Lelouch had basically sparked her love for life again by showing her that she could be happy. Yeah. Throughout the entire course of the show, she was
just dragging along.
Yeah, she did not know happiness at all through the whole thing. Up till when they were like walking towards each other, where she might have kissed him there, she had found that she could find enjoyment out of life, and so she was going back home to pursue it. And then also, the final thing I have is, so it's just a little line that I really liked. I think it was right here. He says that, so the comedy of it is Lelouch, who wanted to change the system from the outside, changed it from the inside by becoming what he hated, the king of the empire. And Suzaku wanted to change it from the inside, change it from the outside
by killing,
becoming zero.
Yeah. Like Cece is the only one who was like, kind of.
Yeah.
I mean, her consequence. She's lived out her consequences, I guess.
Yeah.
What was she paying for?
Because she gave Geass to people, basically. Because the Geass kind of upends their lives. Everyone that she's given it to.
This is true. Yeah.
So, and I mean, she's seen what it did to her, and she still gave it to other people.
Mm-hmm.
So, do you remember when she was talking to Lelouch in the mountain? Remember they cut away when she told him her name. Do you remember something about a snowflake?
Mm-hmm.
I remember something about a snowflake.
So do I.
I just remember some image of a snowflake after they had that conversation. Snow, back to them. We didn't hear the name.
Yeah.
So apparently it's a fan theory that her name's Snow White. I thought maybe something like Winter or something, but just Snow White because of that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Could be Snowflake. Maybe it's Yuki, which means snow in Japanese.
Oh.
Although I don't know what country she's in canonically. So maybe it's the snow version of that.
Let's see. German for snow. This is something crazy. German word for snow. Schnee. Snow.
Wait, let's hear it. It says.
Schnee.
Yeah, you're right.
Yuki.
I'm going with Yuki instead.
I'm just muting again.
Okay.
Do you have any other thoughts of Code Geass?
I want us to talk about that idea that somebody asked. They wanted us to address it in the Code Geass episode. Does Lelouch make your Mount Rushmore? Is he on your Mount Rushmore? I can't say
Rushmore?
Yeah.
It had been so long since the first time I saw it that I just completely forgot about the show until I came back to it recently. I don't know if I can put... Like, the show is up there.
Mm-hmm.
But he himself... I think so, because I'm trying to think of who's on the mountain, and I can't think of anybody.
Yeah.
So if I have to put somebody there, I guess, yeah, he would be there, I think. Him and Light, Light actually is a shoo-in. Him as well, yeah.
Best boy Boji up there for me.
Boji. Oh, yeah. It's One Punch Man for me. I'm thinking about, is it Kageyama? Yeah, Kageyama from Mob Psycho. What's his other name?
Reagan?
Reagan?
No. The powered one. The one with the powers.
Mob.
His name is Mob?
Mob, yeah.
Oh.
The main character?
Yeah.
Mob.
Okay. Who's Kageyama? I could have sworn somebody in that show was also Kageyama. Anyways.
Is that his last name?
Maybe.
Or is it his brother's name? I don't know.
I don't remember. Anyways, Mob.
It's been a while.
Yeah, I really like him, and I'm considering putting him there because I love him. His weakness is so weakness-y that it makes it like
his weakness is self-imposed.
Yeah, yeah, it makes it. I want to see his transformation emotionally before I really give him that title. But One Punch Man.
Got some good news for you later on. But just a couple other things. Oh, yeah, and I did think of somebody in that time period of who I would put on the mountain.
Who?
Vash the Stampede.
Vash the Stampede!
You don't know who that is. It's the first anime that I actually sat down with the intent of binge watching. Yeah, it really got me into
I think that's also the first anime that we sat down and we're gonna start watching anime together. Not like on the channel, but we collectively watched. It was great. It was fantastic.
Oh yeah, so we had talked about that we were going to watch the OVAs, and it seems to be, while there is controversy over the recap trilogy, like half of you guys are saying watch it, half of you are saying don't watch it, like it seems to be that the recaps, once you get to them, it's an alternate reality, but there are like 2 or 3 things that are different. So you're watching a whole movie of stuff you've seen, and then the important stuff change. But some people are saying that the changes are very important to get into, and other people are saying since you just watched the show, just look up what they changed and get into it. So, I don't know. We're probably going to end up watching the trilogy just to be safe, just kind of like what we did with Demon Slayer.
Yeah.
But we've had some requests I was thinking of maybe honoring that people are asking, since we're doing the recap, if we do the recap, can we just watch it in the English dub to see what it's like since we saw everything, all those things anyway? So I was thinking, maybe why not?
Yeah, sure. I'm going to miss that incredibly flamboyant voice.
But I think they say his voice is also pretty
It's very good.
Yeah,
good.
It's very good. And Akito the Exile, which is before all that, so the ones we're definitely going to see first, is 5 episodes, but each episode is 1 hour long. So it's going to be interesting. Got to figure out how to fit that in.
Also, some people were talking about some movie.
Yeah, there's a couple movies. Like the recap trilogy are movies.
Those are the movies they're talking about? Because they were saying it was like a, not a sequel, but like a after what happened movie.
Oh.
Oh.
I don't know what context of that. We got news. I'll get to the One Punch Man news after this because you just brought it up. Mob Psycho Season 3 got its release date announced 5th of October.
Ooh.
Wait, this month? I mean this year?
Yeah. So
Nice.
4 days after My Hero's release.
Oh.
So they're both coming out in the same month. It's going to be a Wednesday show, and My Hero's going to be a Saturday show.
Okay.
Keeping to the days we record. I like it.
So Mob Psycho, that was the first show I think you went off to watch on your own as an anime.
Yeah, and it was a Twitch viewer that recommended it. And I was like, okay, sure. At first I was kind of like, oh, it's psychic.
Yeah.
But it was really like first episode. I was like, well, okay.
Yeah.
I'll watch this.
The only reason you gave in is because it was by the guy who made One Punch Man.
Did I find out about that in the beginning? Maybe that's why.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why. But I liked the art immediately. I don't think they told me immediately. I don't think he told me immediately because I looked at the art. I was like, this looks like One Punch Man art style. And then I mentioned it, and they're like, yeah, One Punch Man art or whoever made it. And then I was like, okay, now I really like it. But that means we'll all start on the same place because you guys all saw it too, right?
Yeah, we caught up a long time ago.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I saw the wrong number. I thought that was about to run out.
Okay.
Yeah. So Mob Psycho season 1, I actually didn't like Reagan when we first met him.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, for the first, I remember watching the reactions to it, like, how do you people like this guy? And then right at the end, just like, okay, fine, then. All right. And then season 2, I liked him a lot.
Oh, yeah. Same. He was really, he really got on my nerves in the first season. I did not like him.
Yeah.
He redeemed himself in the second part. I think what we can do for jumping into Mob Psycho is, what did we do for Hunter? Did we just jump into it? What did we do?
We did not watch 86 episodes.
I know. I'm saying.
We had a pre-discussion of like per arc.
On the same episode. No, different video.
Yeah, separate episode to discuss each arc leading up to the arc we were starting at.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm thinking we could do like a short one for Mob Psycho as well. What we can do is we can try to do a separate video. If it goes long, we make it a separate video, and if it's short, we just tack it on to the first one.
I could use a refresher.
Yeah, because I've watched it more recently than you guys, so I'm wondering how much you guys remember.
I remember the big stuff, like Big Bad of last season, Big Bad of season 2.
I can't remember the big bad of season 1.
Just like a psychic cult people.
Dimple's cult?
Psychic cult.
No, not Dimple's cult.
Claw.
Cult.
Yeah, I remember them now.
Yeah. They tried to recruit Ricky. That was his brother's name, I think. Ricky.
Oh. That was season 1? I don't know why I felt like that was season 2.
Yeah, because they had to go get him back.
Season 2?
Season 2 is a different psychic cult. With somebody else's.
Wait, was that the one? The dad and the son and the kid. But I could have sworn
it was still Claw. It was just next level up.
I was gonna say because I that's why I still remember the son. His name's Broccoli.
No, you don't remember the broccoli.
You don't remember Broccoli?
No.
World peace, man.
World peace, man.
Broccoli.
Seeds.
No, you guys, you gotta remember, I'm not like you, where I keep the actual things in my head. I just remember generally. Yeah, I watched that show. It was pretty good. What happened?
Broccoli, man.
No, but I do remember the brother because the brother hit me hard because he was going through such trauma and like, why are you being dramatic about this? And his story was just, I don't know, emotional.
I like the fact that the blonde hair kid stuck around season 2. He just becomes friends with them too after all the trauma. You remember the blonde psychic dude, the other psychic?
Oh, well, I think so. The
hair.
He was the lead. He was like a leader of a little fate group.
No.
Oh, then I don't remember him.
He's just from a high school, just from a different high school. And he's like, I heard you had psychic powers, and he tried to challenge Bob.
Okay.
But he ended
that
up setting
guy. Yes, with the hair.
The hair.
He's
compensating. He's compensating.
Because things happened.
He'll grow it back eventually.
Teruki. So wait, is that a live action or is that just
live action?
Of course, it's live action.
No.
They love live action, man.
Yeah.
You know, it's kind of like how over here in the West we have YouTubers who make like a really good series, and then they get to the point where everyone's like, "All right, now you get to make a big TV show or something like that." It's kind of the same for anime, except now you get to make a TV show. But like, we didn't ask for this, but okay.
It's like this TV show gets to make a TV show.
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh boy.
Or a musical.
But yeah, I'm excited for it to come back. I like seeing Mob lose his mind. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yes.
I like it when he goes question marks. I'm
Yes.
always waiting for that.
That's my favorite too.
Yeah, I don't know.
Something is just epic.
Yeah.
It's like, what's gonna
Especially
happen?
when like he's just going throughout his day and you see the number keeps going up.
Yes.
Going up, and then like something nice happens, it goes down again.
That was I love that in the beginning because you have no idea what does this mean.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't understand these numbers, and it just kept happening. That was fun.
Yeah.
Now that you know about it, it's like I preferred when I didn't know about it.
Well, actually, when it hit animosity, when the guy hurt his brother, that was like because before all the other emotions he was experiencing were negative emotions, but they weren't hostile or directed towards anybody. Like the one with Teruki, I think it was like some sad emotion he was feeling.
Something like that. I can't remember what it was. I wonder if we can find this on first Google. Let's see.
So it was just straight up sadness. Oh, but that scene was so sad. Oh, with like glowing eyes, crying.
Mm-hmm. A well-written manga. So it's kind of funny that the guy who made One Punch Man, Opposite of Emotion, made this.
Yeah.
But
they're both suppress their emotions to an extent.
Yeah, it's only in One Punch Man they don't really talk about it or tap into that. Or at least not yet, but it's been 3 seasons.
Yeah, and they didn't talk about it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know that they will. I see him like One Punch Man we're talking about. I see him like that emotionless state as a result of boredom, not necessarily like trauma.
True.
You know, so I don't know that is there something to address.
We still haven't figured out why his training regimen is so incredible.
Yeah. Just did 100 push-ups, 100 sit-ups.
And what is it? Runs a marathon a day?
5 kilometers.
5 kilometers a day?
I mean, it actually is a pretty tough workout.
And then he drank Chemical X.
I'm waiting for that moment.
Yeah.
Because we see so many people in this world, it's about obsession, right?
Mm-hmm.
And stuff that you do. So I can't believe that none of these other people who are high-level karatekas did not push themselves to that limit as well.
Like Silver Fist, Silver Fang.
Silver Fang. Straight martial arts.
Yeah.
But, so One Punch Man Season 3 is coming, as we've talked about before. Oh, no, we haven't talked about it. It got confirmed. So the one was talking about how it's going on a 1-month hiatus before coming back with a new arc. So there should be plenty of material for Season 3. We were left off with the monster arc, where the monsters are kind of gathering around some massive guy who's the king of monsters.
Garu.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why I thought it was Garf. But that's what it was in my head.
Yeah, he's like a wolf dude or something now. But
something like that.
It
but
ended with it kind of looking like he was a monster.
Yeah, he's kind of nice because he helped out the kid who was in the barn or whatever. Super injured after that. But then he's like, you know what? Flex it off. I'm fine.
You know what's interesting? In my head, I'm thinking about comparing One Punch Man and My Hero and the feeling you get when it comes to the bad guys.
Yeah.
I've always felt this sense of safety with One Punch Man, and maybe that's why I like it. Like, because I feel like he's One Punch Man, and we have yet to meet something that
takes 2 punches?
No. Yeah. The most that I've seen is that the guy from Space, where he had to do the serious punch, super serious punch, or something like that.
He did series of normal punches, and then he tried super serious punch.
Yeah, but he's never gotten to do his like ultimate can't anymore. You know, he's always just
more punches optional.
More punches, yeah. But like with My Hero, there's this feeling of dread and like question mark, will we overcome? Like the next bad comes and like, oh no, we barely got over the last one. You know, and I just think about the epicness between the two shows. They both have like epic bad guys and epic heroes
and epic fights.
But with One Punch Man, I always feel until everybody's is like hopeless until One Punch Man joins and does something. My Hero is like everybody's trying their best. I'm trying my best, and they're still like hardly making it. So I don't know. It's just that comparison came into my head.
Yeah. Well, it's because like the bar for One Punch Man, he's already way up there. We're just kind of seeing how the other guys do until he arrives.
Exactly.
That's basically the whole anime.
That's true.
Generous.
Pretty much. And then we have My Hero. We're trying to the villains start up there.
Yeah,
and then
we're
our
trying to
make
our
way climb up there.
that's typically how it's supposed to work in these types of shows.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then so we got another piece of information that Sony Pictures announced that they are doing a live action film for One Punch Man. As you do. It's going to be directed by, so this is actually a pretty star-studded cast. It's being directed by Justin Lin, a guy who once directed the Fast and Furious franchise.
Oh.
And it's being written by Scott Rosenberg and Jeff Pinkner, who wrote Venom and Jumanji: Welcome to the Jungle.
Wait a minute.
B-tier movies.
Wait, these are like people who work American blockbusters. So like, is One Punch Man is not an American show?
No.
Mm-hmm.
So America is getting more and more interested in this anime genre because they see the money cow, with cash cow. Why do I always get them wrong?
The green cow.
The green cow. Yeah, they see the monies. That's what I'm trying to say, and they're trying to cash in.
Yeah, and Arad Productions, which has produced the Spider-Man film and X-Men film franchise.
I wonder how that's gonna go though, because like
action.
I'm trying to think of like One Punch Man's suit in live action. It's like it's quite literally a yellow onesie, Max and Ruby boots, and dish gloves.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
With a bed sheet to top off the cape.
It's gonna look really cartoony unless they do some sort of interesting cinematic. What is it? Videography with it.
I'm trying to think of like how they translated Spider-Man, because Spider-Man has really vivid colors, but it still managed to bring it over into the real life without making it seem like what's the word, like campy.
Yeah, I think with Spider-Man what helped is they kind of teched it out so they could do darker colors, they could do the black version, so they kind of worked around the red a little bit with a different kind of style. Yeah. But that's why I'm wondering, like, what will they do with One Punch Man, if they'll use the art of the movie, or are they going to take some liberties with the outfit?
And they have to reference a lot of cosplayers.
No. But I'm expecting that what they're going to do is going to probably tap into the emotional side of it more. That's what they did with kind of Spider-Man, where the big focus of it was his emotional battle with trying to get Mary Jane and his family and all that. So it just hyper-focused on that part, even though it is a part of the character. Just that's the main part they're going to focus on, I think.
Oh. Oh.
I'm not sure.
No. I'm not saying it's going to like be the only thing.
I know. I just like One Punch Man is kind of like iconic for this guy's very out there personality, you know, and his just calmness in the midst of chaos,
straightforward approach.
Yeah, I would venture to say almost Ryan Reynolds-esque, you know, in the way that Ryan you just see Ryan Reynolds' face with like explosions behind him. Yeah, you know, that's how I feel. But One Punch Man is just like he's more supposed to be boring. Like he just wants to go to the supermarket and get a sale.
And fight somebody stronger.
And fight somebody. Yeah, but that's not going to happen. Goes to the supermarket. Just get his sale and make his bento.
Bento. What the heck is that?
Lunch.
Oh yeah, bento box.
Lunchbox.
Oh yeah, and this is a piece of news that I just saw. So Google just came out with some information about Chrome. So coming this January, they will be stopping any ad blocks from working.
I'm sure this has nothing to do with the fact that they own YouTube.
I guess I'm moving to Opera.
That's what I was about to say. So like the amount of people who are going to switch to Opera as a result of this. Yeah.
He just moved to Opera just a month now.
A month ago.
And I was making fun of him. I was like,
yeah.
Opera.
The only reason I was thinking of maybe I'd switch to Opera is because I want my computer to go faster with my millions of tabs that I visit once every blue moon, but I do not X out because I'll definitely go there eventually.
You need Roam /Notion / whatever those apps are to capture web pages.
I tried that with Pinterest just to I have a board specifically for go back to this later. It has a lot on there, and I've never gone back to them.
You know, it's really a problem when you've got apps to deal with your apps. But I mean, seriously though, we just tried to watch that reaction video.
Yeah, we could
6
barely.
Ads. It was horrible. It
Can you imagine not being able to block ads at all?
I have a type of ad blocker that lets me be like, okay, I'll whitelist certain channels, so that like the channels that I want to support, like my subscription list, I whitelist those, and then non-subscription, like the random one-off video that I'll go off and watch, those don't get ads because I'm not here for you.
Wow.
Yeah, I know, but.
I mean, like, there's some like news websites like Forbes, for instance, that already don't let you use your ad block.
Yeah.
And I just immediately leave.
Yeah.
Like, people
Same.
think that if you remove ad blocks, suddenly people will be forced to stay and they'll get used to it.
No, they'll find an alternative.
I just leave.
Peace out.
Same. Like, sometimes I'm Googling something and Forbes is the first thing that comes up and it has a relevant title. So I'm like, oh, perfect. And then it's like, I'm sorry, you can't enter. Oh, I didn't even read the rest of that.
Yeah.
Wow. Sorry, I'll try another one.
Yeah, I just see the pop. I don't even see what's on there.
Yeah.
I just see the pop-up come up. I look for the X, not there. Goodbye.
Yeah.
White square? All right.
Basically. That's how it be.
Yeah. Interesting choice. We'll see how it pans out. But yeah, so this is the point where I wanted to get into. So we have Rose Rants that's coming up in a second, but I wanted to talk about how we have Roseplanations also coming out.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a little bit... So some people are asking if we could do some manga reads or manga reviews.
Oh,
we don't really do that very often. Yeah, but I was talking to a guy about how I have read like one or two light novels ever, but she occasionally reads webtoons.
Yeah.
So he was like, hey, if you guys do something like that, I would be interested in watching because there's not a lot of people that do that for one, and also he likes our content. And so eventually came to you, talked to you about it, and then you had that idea for Roseplanations, and Roseplanations is basically a 1 minute short where she tries her best to explain something that she has read.
Yes.
I tried my best not to do it spoiler free. But
not to.
I tried my best to do it spoiler free.
Yeah.
But sometimes explaining the plot in a way that's like actually interesting is hard to do. It's hard to do that.
Yeah.
But also, in case you haven't noticed, I'm really air quotes good air quotes at explaining things off the cuff. So that's an added challenge that's fun for you to watch.
I thought the first one was pretty good. If you want to see it, I don't know. I was thinking about if I should release it on YouTube in between the current ones that are being released, because I'm just releasing from the oldest ones forward. But maybe I'll throw it in there. Otherwise, if you want to see it and it's not up yet, please go to our TikTok/Instagram. It should be there.
And I know some of you wanted a longer format for this kind of thing, but it is difficult to have that kind of content creation, especially when she would be doing this basically solo. At most, I could be bouncing questions off her, but she'd also have to be really in-depth reading these things if she's going to be reviewing them. And she lightly skims most of the material.
Yeah, she mostly binges. She's barely there.
Yeah, so, well...
At least I remember broccoli.
Yeah, I was like, I don't think she's in that one. But yeah... give it a shot. Hopefully you like it, and maybe one day there'll be something longer form. But right now, this seems to be something that she can work with, so we'll see. But then, other than that, what have you been watching or reading?
I have to reference the name, but it's
Just a chart.
No, it's a anime called. I just started watching it yesterday, and I've already lost the note. Anyway, it's called Call of the Night or something like that.
Vampires.
Yeah, kind of.
I saw an ad for that.
Yeah. Vampires, I think. But basically, it's this kid who he has a really hard time sleeping. So he just like sneaks out during the night and he just walks around and he ends up meeting this person who ends up being a vampire.
Nice.
And then she's like, don't you see like you have to like spend your day until you're satisfied with how you spent it in order to fall asleep. And then he's like, okay, I'll try doing that. And then she bites his neck.
I thought he was gonna escape. No, here's some advice. Also, I need your blood.
Yeah, no, she was just a person on the street. She didn't like kidnap him or anything.
Okay.
He just like walks into her and she's there. It's like, hey, they talk a bit. And she's like, oh, I can help you get to sleep. And then she helps him get to sleep. But although he's pretending to sleep because he's like kind of uncomfortable that a girl is there. And then she bites his neck. And then he's like, the heck?
So what's the running plot of the show?
He wants to also become a vampire. But in order to do that, there's a criteria you have to meet in order to become a vampire, so he's trying to do that.
Okay. Oh, we can't know the criteria. That would be a spoiler.
Well, it's episode 1 spoiler, but I'm like,
I think it's good enough that you should.
It's not.
It's alright if you gotta think about it.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I do want to know though, why does he immediately want to be a vampire?
Because he likes the night better. He doesn't. Being awake is apparently a hassle during the day for him.
Is this a Bella situation?
Oh, it's so much worse.
Worse?
You can, like, episode 2, she shows him, like, a phone that she had that's, like, brick. Like a giant brick. Ancient. So, you know she's old. She's, like, older than the one Dad had. So she's at least, like, 70. Right?
Mm.
So... And he's 14, so this is in the romance genre.
What I meant by is this a Bella situation is in Twilight, Bella just has this in her humanness just has this natural tendencies of they can't read her mind or vampires act differently towards her or something. When she eventually becomes a vampire, she has superpower. So that's what it sounds like. This guy is meant to be a vampire. I can't sleep. Oh, becomes a vampire. That's what it sounds like.
No. He just doesn't like being awake, apparently. He dropped out of school because he didn't like going to school anymore. Again, he's 14. I don't know what his parents are doing. Do they even know? But anyway, we don't really see him during the day. We only see him at night. So I've watched like episode 1. Episode 2, and then I skipped to episode 7 because I was kind of done with it. Because I'm like this isn't an anime I'm gonna fully watch. I'll just watch what's out right now, the latest one, and then I'll wait a couple of weeks to watch the last one.
Wow,
that's awful.
That's how I watch animes that I'm curious about, but not interested enough to like invest time in. It's not Isekai Ojisan, you know.
Yeah, I like that show.
Can you imagine? It lost out to Isekai Oji-san.
Nah, Isekai Oji-san sounds interesting. Like, I'd watch that if I had time. I just, as I told you, like, just the face, his face. Yeah.
That accident played into it. So I was wondering, is there any show that you guys have seen? Because we had a comment who was asking us to watch this show called Monster. It's a really old anime that's 74 episodes long. You've seen it?
I'm thinking.
Well, I can remind you. So it's about a doctor who basically gets framed for murder. But he tried to do the right thing and help somebody. And so it's this long journey of him trying to figure out why he was framed. Because basically the person he tried to help may have had something to do with it. And it turns out this is massive conspiracy that's involved in this whole thing. The person himself is very strange and comes from a very weird background. And it's like watching a novel slowly be revealed what you thought was just little pamphlets becomes this massive story out of nowhere. But it's so old school in that it's slow. It's like TV shows, like if you're watching like Castle, like each episode is super long and about one thing in particular. But the journey that the character goes on is really exceptional. But I don't think I could ever show it to you guys. I wish you guys could see it, but I know you wouldn't like it. Like, if you got to the end, you'd be like, you know, that was a good show. And you'd put it there in the back of your mind. I don't think you'd ever really forget it. But going through that, I don't think it'd go well.
Is it like Code Geass or a different feeling?
No, it's slow. It's just slow. Very slow.
It's like the reason I won't make us watch World Trigger.
I think it's worse. Yeah, because World Trigger, it has some hype moments. Monster is so hard to explain. There's really nothing like it. It's like it's a thriller, but you never get the thrill. It's like the show is constantly building up, and you're waiting for it'll never come. But the build up and constantly there's like a twist. It's like, wait, this note, it says it was him, and then all right, so what could this mean? At the next episode, all right, so since it was this guy, let's talk to this guy, learn more. He did what? But you never get the payoff, you know, of all that build up. Or at least in my opinion, I didn't get that feeling.
It's like you're really following the breadcrumbs to what you know will lead somewhere, but you're just this very long trail.
Yeah, like at one point, like this isn't just spoiler. Like at one point, I thought the show might be supernatural, and it's like hinting towards that, but it doesn't really go there. You know, so it's just got those hints of there's something more here at play, but then it breaks it down. It's like, oh, so that's what's happening. Oh, okay. You know, like that kind of feeling.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I was wondering if there's a show or a media that either of you have ever really seen that's kind of like that for you, where it's an experience that you're glad you had, but you can't really share it with anybody else. Because you know that it's a journey that you don't think most people could get through. Books too is fine if you want.
I was gonna say World Trigger, but I feel like you could watch World Trigger because like 5 episodes in, you're already into something, you know. But I don't know if
I watched season 1.
Yeah. You've watched season 1.
Did I watch 2?
You've watched all of season 1. It's
And
only what's
2.
recently been coming out you haven't seen.
There's no season 2?
There's season 2 and season 3 out that you haven't seen.
Okay.
The only thing I can think of is...
Tournament arc, sorry.
The only thing I can think of is Sailor Moon.
Yes.
No one should watch that.
No.
I can see that.
Just know, like, watch the... I don't remember if it's the intro, the OP, or the ending. Like, I don't know, movie or mini doc. I don't know. It's like it shows this story, kind of.
The recap?
I guess. I don't know what it is. I remember seeing it, and it's like, oh, that's right. That's the whole story. And you see how the nice wrap up at the end. That's all you need to know. You don't need to watch the show at all.
It's a full series recap.
I mean, if you like the characters, that like the characters are really nicely developed, but such a slog dealing with, especially Sailor Moon. It's just really hard. I know if you're nostalgic enough, you can sit through it, but I couldn't. I don't recommend it.
Is she annoying?
Yeah.
I don't recall the show at all. I remember I watched it as a kid, but I can't remember anything else about it.
She's very annoying, and the oh my gosh, the English dub voice. I don't know what the Japanese voice. I can't remember. I don't think I ever watched the Japanese version, but the English voice is grating against like everything inside you. I don't know. So annoying. So annoying. I can like little pictures here and there, but like I can see her on the floor wailing about something, and she's always doing that.
Always.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's one of those characters.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
she's just
the one that just can't get a grip on the fact that things are happening.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm trying to think if there was Prince of Tennis. There we go.
Okay.
Oh yeah, you've talked about how that one is hard to get into.
I have paused at episode 130 something, and I have not had the will to restart it. Yeah.
How do you get through 130 episodes and then you stop?
Because we're like, it's like comes out like a serial. It's the old version.
Yeah.
Like season 1. So we're just in their high school life. They're playing tennis sometimes. Ooh, there was a tournament. Okay, now we're like chilling at like backyard tournament. Not backyard tournament, just like backyard playing. Oh, we're at an arcade now. Let's do a like mini championship at this arcade.
So nothing's
That's
happening.
where I paused. At the moment, we're like in the middle of we're at the semifinals before we get to like qualifying for national tournament. But
Those long shows, only long show that I ever could get into was Naruto. And like you guys, I know you guys have trepidation, but it's a good show.
Yeah.
And one day we will watch it because I'm telling you, every single reaction channel, it's a what do you call this?
rite of passage.
It's a rite of passage because sooner or later, the patrons will demand it. Always happens.
They will demand it.
But there's one other thing. Yeah, speaking of One Piece, it is. Did I already bring it up? That's coming to an end.
Oh
Yeah, you did.
One Piece.
Yeah.
It's
You did.
ending.
Final manga arc.
Yeah.
I thought that's momentous, and even though I have not seen the show, I'm sorry for you guys because I know a lot of you guys look forward to it weekly for years as just a part of your day. So.
Yeah, it's just been a part of. Some people have been like living with One Piece.
Like their whole lives.
They were born with One Piece.
Mm-hmm.
Can you imagine that person who was born when it first came out, and the first day their father's like, listen, son, we are
He's
going
like,
to watch
let's
this
watch."
show together. As it comes out, we will experience. The only thing I remember is, What do pirates always say? They live to fight another day.
It was such a weird scene.
Yeah.
And it's just stuck in our heads.
Yeah.
The only thing that stuck in my head more is Bobobobobobo.
Wait, was that also One Piece?
No.
Oh, that was Bobobobobobo. Right.
Fever Dream.
Yes.
Always condition.
I don't remember that.
You don't remember? Because he can hear hair, remember?
I remember that.
So he was hearing somebody else's hair crying, but that guy also had the ability, and he was like, "Listen, kid." It was a flashback to when he was young. He's like, "Listen, kid, always condition." He walked away.
Yeah, I can't watch that show.
Yeah.
I remember it grossed
It
you out.
grosses me out.
Yeah.
Like, I looked it up. I was like, there's some scenes. I'm just like, ew, no, can't do it.
Nose hairs.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, I think that's pretty much everything that we have.
Yes.
Guys, thank you guys very much for being here. Guys, if you liked your time here, please leave a like, subscribe if you want to see more. Remember to check out the reels and the reaction videos that we do on this channel, because this is a reaction channel.
Yes.
But also remember to check out the Roseplanations when they come out. Not sure when they'll come out, but they'll probably be out by the time you see this video. So thank you very much. We'll see you around. Goodbye.
Bye.
See you in the city.